Hey everybody, well, we are in the Scottish Rite Temple in Guthrie, Oklahoma, and it's absolutely beautiful. I don't know if you can see that. There's this sky, painted sky with stars in the ceiling. It's like a beautiful stage, and everything is like Egyptian looking. And the reason is that I'm talking a little about our upcoming concert in January, which has this fun idea of connecting Mozart with American composers. So how can I do that, right? Well, Mozart, as you might know, was a Freemason in the 18th century, a famous Freemason, one of the most famous Freemasons. And he wrote a couple of works that were musically inspired, or that the Mason thoughts and ideas and philosophies went into his music. And one is the Magic Flute, the opera. The other one is the Jupiter Symphony, and that's the work that we are going to perform in January with the Oklahoma City Philharmonic. The idea was to connect the old with the new, one of the things that I really love to do. Composers that lived many years ago, hundreds of years ago, with composers that are still alive. And to make it relevant, to make music relevant for everybody. Now Mozart was a Freemason, a famous one, lived of course in Vienna, and composed a couple of works that were entrenched with the symbols of the Freemasons. Now his last symphony that we're going to perform, the Jupiter Symphony, number 41, is not necessarily fully Freemason, but still there are a couple of items that were flowing into it because Mozart was just so part of that culture. It starts in the first movement with this little symbol, with this motive, dum, da 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 dum, ba da da dum, and it's played 3 times, 1, 2, 3, as one character, and is then answered by this melody, da 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 dee da dee dum, again 3, 1, 2, 3. So you have those 2 elements, contrast and the number 3. You see here those 3 kind of chairs, the thrones. You have very often in Masonic lodges 3 steps leading up to the altar where the initiation happens. You have the 3 stages of the initiation in the life cycle of a Freemason. So the number 3 is a mythical number, and Mozart uses this in that first movement a lot. And then again, the contrasts, similar idea. You have downstairs when you walked in, there is the black and white checkered floor. You have the moon and the sun. So you have those symbols, and again represented in that first theme. And the first half starts with Leonard Bernstein and has Jennifer Higdon. And here those American composers, thinkers, well, they are American and come from that history of growing up in a society in the 50s, in this case with Bernstein, 40s, 50s, that encouraged individualism and encouraged freedom. And if you think about it, it was really the only country where composers were allowed to write a major chord. Like Germany, you were not allowed to write a major chord, and Bernstein didn't care about that. And the result is West Side Story, Candide, on the town. And that's what we're going to perform as the opener of this concert. And the second thing, which is very unique in the last 30 years, that not only male composers are writing music, female composers are coming out more and more, which is a wonderful thing. And so Jennifer Higdon, being a female, writing wonderful music. And here, her harp concerto, a reflection of our time and a statement to every girl in this country, in the world, that you can do what you want, what your heart desires, if you really go for it.